Yeah, we're still here. Finishing up. We're on our last batch. This is why I said a cup and a half of risotto was a lot. So as you can see, we're getting that nice thing we talked about earlier, that it's slowly coming back together. So we're just waiting for this last bit of broth to cook off, and then we'll be good to go. Don't know what the fuck that was. That was awful. So, yeah. And then to figure out whether or not your rice is cooked, just be very careful when you do it. But go ahead and scoop a little bit of the rice. Go ahead and, blow on it. At this point, if I have to teach you how to eat hot food, you have a problem, and go yell at your parents for not teaching you how to do it. So, like I said, the taste test, just to figure out. As you can tell when you start running low on broth, at that point, you're hearing that loud sizzle, and you're going to want to turn your heat down to about a 4 if you have a 10 count stove. If you have a 5 count stove, then you're going to want to take it down to about a 2. So at this point, I would say that we're just about cooked. So, next thing. Big ass bag of spinach. So when those fucking shears get off. I'm gonna go ahead, do a couple handfuls at a time. So the spinach initially will take up a lot of room because it's a leafy green. Shocking. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And you'll see why that we're gonna do that. After we're done with the spinach, then we're gonna add our cream and our cheese.
So before they add the spinach, when they were taste testing their rice, what kind of texture or...
You're looking for cooked rice. That's soft, fluffy, tasty rice.
Okay.
If you've ever had rice before, then you know what I'm talking about. The reason that we use the arborio rice is because it's not, I don't believe it's a long grain rice like your jasmine rice or the like. It's a medium grain, I want to say, which makes it a shorter and fluffier rice. So I'm just going to keep stirring. As you can see, the volume of the spinach has gone down considerably. That's why I just want to do a couple handfuls at a time. Because I know that's going to happen, because that's what happens when leafy greens get moist and heated up. Add some more. Just about like that. And just keep stirring. Just keep moving it around. This is the spinach's time. Just keep doing it like that. Try not to throw risotto everywhere. And just keep going like that. So I think that's about enough spinach. So now we're going to go grab our cheese. First we're going to toss in some mascarpone. Mascarpone looks like that. Almost like a cream cheese.
A little goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way. Remember, with all of these, always underestimate the measurements that I give. Because you can always add more later, but once it's added, it's nigh impossible to take out. And as you can see, it melts almost like butter, but gives the flavor of cheese. That's why mascarpone is delicious. If you're lactose intolerant, don't add cheese. It's that simple. Okay, risotto refers to a technique. Okay? It's Italian in origin. So like I said, a little bit of that goes a long way. If you want to taste test, you're more than welcome to. Delicious. Now we're going to add Parmesan. If you've never worked with Parmesan before, a little bit of that goes a long way. Has a very robust flavor to it. Just like that. Just like that. All right, go ahead and stir that all kinds of around. Get it all nice and mixed. You can see the cheese is working very well together. You can hear the cheese sticking together. And that, my friends, is your risotto. Now, if you want a creamier risotto, you can add some heavy cream. Completely optional, completely up to your preferences. But
If you add too much cheese and just in general, you'll get a little bit more clumpy, a little thicker. You can always just fix that by adding more broth or adding the cream. I personally prefer the broth because the cream will kind of enhance the cheese and make it more sticky.
So, and then that's the other thing with the cream, the heavy whipping cream, is that it will actually dilute some of the flavors that you actually worked so hard. Any liquid in here, save for the broth, will dilute your flavors. So you're going to want to be, if you do add too much cheese, for whatever reason, it's just not to your preference, add more broth. It won't hurt anything. It really won't. But that's it. Turn your heat off, serve up. Risotto's done.
And top it with some zucchini.
And of course, your zucchini as well. So, because the zucchini is pre-cooked. Shabam. Just like that. Stir it in. Call it a day. Go home.